I always remember this race as the race where you race through the canola fields.
It's got a little bit of, not a little bit of, a lot of climbing.
But yeah, it's always brutal. This first climb, race splits up. Got to hope you're in a good group over the back.
You gotta race it to your strengths, and my strengths is climbing, so yeah, you gotta hit it where it hurts the most.
And it's just a beautiful, beautiful ride. Like, even when you're so deep in the hurt box, you can really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's going to be my second time doing Race to the Sea, but I've done all these roads a lot and Franschhoek Pass, but yeah, I think it's always a special race, especially with the canolas coming out now and all those big rolling hills, and then yeah, finishing off at the sea and a point-to-point race. You normally don't get a point-to-point race, so yeah, it's definitely something different and something special.
Same race can assist you at water point 3, of course, in 66 Ks. Assistance allowed there. No earphones or music devices.
Yeah, being South African and African continental champion is very cool. I'm now wearing the African jersey. I was in the SA jersey, but yeah, it's cool to have the African jersey with a touch of SA to represent both.
Franschhoek in the Western Cape. It's the place to be on a beautiful Cape spring morning. It's the start of the 2025 King Price Race to the Sea. And there's a record field on the start line here for this 100-miler as they track the gravel roads through the Overberg to Benguela Cove. The elite men's and women's fields are stacked. The racing is going to be red hot. We could crown new champions here today. We can't wait to watch it.
The start of the King Price Race to the Sea is like few other gravel events. The legs need to be firing, but the first challenge starts as they turn right, the mighty Franschhoek Pass. 7 kilometers and 500 meters of climbing looms large.
Franschhoek Pass is definitely a hard start, but you'll feel so warm and ready to race by the time you get to the top. Once you get over, it's so beautiful, and you know, once you get through the flowing roads, it becomes like a journey to the finish.
Punctures so early on, it can definitely change the race towards the end. I mean, if you spend too many pins on Franschhoek, you're gonna pay for it towards the end of the race, which can probably be a decider if you look at it like that. But there's such a long race afterwards, a long downhill, long flat roads on the tar section to recover, and yeah, everything that normally breaks away, obviously not when Matt's here, but does come back. Yeah, just because, I mean, you're going to have a lot of commitment in the front to keep on going, and normally there's one guy that'll say, no, he's going to wait for his teammate. So yeah, no, it's a big part of the race, but I wouldn't say it's a decider.
Yeah, it's super tricky to pace this race because if you go too easy up the climb, you lose the front group and then you won't get back to the front group again on the fast sections afterwards. But then, yeah, if you go too hard, you throw a couple matches down the drain and then you don't have them in the end, and that's something I've always battled with in this race.
It's a really big race for me. I mean, I had to 2 last good years, and hoping to have another good year this year. But unfortunately, I just came off 2 weeks of being sick, so yeah, it's been maybe a few days that I have been off the antibiotics. So I'm just hoping that body will kind of finish. I might be able to pull a rabbit out of the hat. As they say, fresh is fast, but my preparation for this race has unfortunately not been ideal, especially compared to the previous 2 years. So I'm just hoping for a good day out. I'm hoping for a strong start. I think that there's a potential to make a breakaway with some of the really fast girls. And at the same time, I really hope to work with the girls so that we can stay away and make it a strong finish. You never really know if people play every girl for themselves. We play quite defensive, tactical. It gets to be a very slow race. But you know, I think there's a lot of experience on the start line this year. So if we just get ourselves together, we can move quickly and we can make it like a sprint finish. Why not?
The descent down the other side of this historic pass is the stuff of cycling dreams. Smooth, wide roads, sweeping corners, and views for days.
Very excited. It's our first time doing it, so yeah, excited to tackle the day. Although I think we came in the minority here. There's a lot of gravel bikes. We're the only ones, looks like, on the mountain.
Quite nervous, but we did a lot of training, so we're ready. We broke it up in 3 phases, and we're gonna go very chill in the beginning. We did a recce.
Yeah, it looks like one of the best routes you can do, so I think I'm going to enjoy it.
The vagaries of the Cape weather, often dictated by the massive mountains and winds that abound in the region, saw to it that they sliced through the mists along the banks of the Theobatuskloof Dam. Soon after crossing the bridge, after 25 kilometers of racing, they turned left and hit the dirt for the first time.
After the climb, it's basically no man's land. It's always it's a course that's a bit different. It's got a bit of everything. It's always kind of wet in a way, because there's normally rainfall this time of the year, so it's not super muddy, but there's always a bit of water. The first time I did it, actually, I had quite good legs. Went over the climb with Matt and Mark. But yeah, just got a puncture, and it was really devastating for me. I think it was the first SA Champs. Last year it was just one of those races where I was mentally, by this time of the year I was mentally and physically just tired, and I didn't have a good race, and I'm definitely back to make amends.
He really got up the road, stayed there for a long time. He was alone at the front. There's a climb along the canola fields up towards that tower. Yeah, I knew it was going to get hard up there, so we got a gap up there, and then down the descent. I hit it quite hard, but I saw the guys didn't see it. I thought maybe it'll hold, but as we got to the bottom, I saw, okay, now I'm on the rim, and yeah, I had to stop. Don't know, I just hit the rock so hard with this gravel bike.
Back on the road with the elite women's race, and Zanri Rousseau was in the zone as she drove a fearsome pace. She was with the two leaders, Hayley, Preen and Catherine Colleen, as they rolled through the stunningly beautiful Overberg section. It was all in for the three now. They were short of halfway. They suddenly kept an eye on each other. Who was going to crack first?
The last half of the race after waypoint 3, that's where I would say the race really starts, because that's where all the rollers are, and every time I've done it, I've had a strong headwind when we hit that part of the course. So it's really just about staying on top of your nutrition, having a good mental, positive talk with yourself, because it can get quite tough out there, and just enjoying it, because we ride bikes because it's fun and we love it, and that's what it's all about.
Well, here we are, Volvacrawl, the halfway point of the 100 miler, also the start of the 50 miler. Perfect conditions today for gravel bike riding. Nice and warm and cool and no wind to speak of. Absolutely perfect. This is also a chance for the 50 milers to get to experience some of the course that's out there. They're not quite ready for the 100 miler. The 50 miler is the perfect way to see this beautiful route, and they're going to have a great day out there today.
With its spring slot on the calendar, the King Price Race to the Sea takes full advantage of the post-rain roads. They were in superb condition. No punishing corrugations to worry about.
No, it's good. It's my third time doing Race to the Sea. No, it's probably one of the most beautiful races on the calendar. Canola fields are in full bloom. It's absolutely stunning. There's always a vibe.
Very beautiful. Some of the most beautiful scenery I've seen ever. Just the entire route was just great.
But it's good. I think we couldn't have asked for a better day.
But you know, when you just look up and you look at the beautiful scenery, and then you can't help but just continue. Every time you want to give up, you look up and you say, no, can't give up. Can't give up.
You know, the fun of riding your bike on dirt roads, serviced with some pretty good food from the lottery. I just think it fits in. And this time of the year, with the fields, with the platteland looking like it is, it's just awesome, awesome riding your bike.
Definitely a challenge, but yeah, stunning. It's the landscape here is, we're really blessed, so can't complain.
The lead group was thinned down to the serious contenders. Remarkably, Nokia, with the assistance of Kun, had made it back and was now looking to join the leaders. He was super strong.
I was trying to keep the pace high when Tristan went. I mean, Tristan wasn't working in the last, 50, 60 Ks. So yeah, he caught us there with a little bit of a sneaky one as well. And but luckily, Stedman did a good job.
It was a really hard, long day on the bike, and then from about 15 Ks ago, it really started to get hard up that steep climb. But yeah, Tristan and I got away there and just did some rolls together.
Yeah, that chasing in the middle took a lot out of me, so I played a little bit there at the end, but yeah, I knew there was this last two big climbs at the end, so I knew I wanted to go on that tar road one, but then I saw again it was headwind again, so I'm not going to be able to do 25 Ks headwind on my own, so I just waited for this last gravel kicker and I went.
Into Benguela Cove and the finish, and crucially, Stedman held the lead into the dam wall section, and he was able to keep it all the way to the finish to claim a hugely impressive victory at the 2025 King Price Race to the Sea, seconds ahead of Tristan Nokia.
Yeah, the sprint I saw it's quite a long one and it looked quite rough, so if you're coming in from the front, it's quite hard to overtake. So yeah, luckily I came in there ahead, and yeah, really happy to take the sprint in the end.
I wanted to ride it like Matt did in the previous years because I knew, yeah, if a good group gets over together and we work well together over the top, it would be good. That whole climb was headwind, so I knew there was a lot of slip in the back. But yeah, I just kept on going and knew that the guys' legs would maybe pop at the end. But yeah, we got over with, I think, like 4 guys worked together. But yeah, the whole day was headwind, so the second group came back to us just after Tierwart of Kloot. So yeah, then it was quite negative, and Luet also helped me with my flat tires. So yeah, big kudos to Luet, and really I wouldn't be able to be there without them.
And I had to try and make the race suit me a little bit because of the situation that I was in. I had like lower back problems, and just like I just felt a little bit empty. So yeah, just keep the pace quite high, just to try and make, to nullify any attacks that might come and really hurt me and put me in trouble like it did at the end. But yeah, at the end of the day, Travis and Tristan rode a really good race, and yeah, it was an average day out.
I was actually thinking about the wind on the way out here, because kind of do a loop. So if you have a headwind one way, then maybe you'll have a tailwind to finish. But the wind never works like that. We'll probably have a headwind the entire way. Makes it a little bit more tricky for a breakaway, but yeah, you can also use it and see how it goes. It will make it tough. It will make it really tough, because that last section is really, really tough on its own without wind.
A tactical tussle that is as old as the sport of cycling. Ride as a team with your fiercest rival to keep the others at bay. Then turn on each other when they near the finish. It was going to be a tense battle for the win.
When I part of Franschhoek Pass, I had some fun there, and then we went down and we were 3 goals, and then yeah, we just kept riding, and it just turned out to be Hayley and myself. But like throughout the race, we're pretty like matched, because like I would push, she would close, she pushes, I close.
A brave ride from Zanri Rousseau, who'd had her issues, but never stopped trying to catch the leading pair.
Actually, on one of the downhills, I just hit one of the dents very hard, and I just had a bad pain in my shoulder, and yeah, I just fell off basically from there onwards. But I was basically seeing them for the entire race. I could see them there in the front, so it was very mental.
Well done, well done.
Ever the competitor, former top-class rower Sarah Hill continued on her solo sojourn in 4th place, looking up the road when it allowed to see if she could make out the shape of Zanri Rousseau drawing closer. A masterful ride from South Africa's gravel queen. Honeycomb 2-6 Hayley Preen rode across the finish line at Benguela Cove to take victory at the 2025 King Price Race to the Sea.
Yeah, it was a good day. I think there were 3 of us at the top of Franschhoek Pass until maybe like 50 Ks, and then just Kathy and myself until the last like 20 Ks, and then I managed to get away. And then solo to the finish, but it was a good day. Beautiful, beautiful day.
I would say the training's been going really well, and yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to ride my bike and enjoy it and be healthy, and to have amazing sponsors that I can get to these races where without them I wouldn't be able to race my bike.
Oh, it was good, but it was hard. It was a super, super nice race. The last bit of the race is much better than last year, but very well organized, and then the route markers was great, so 10 out of 10.
Travis Stedman follows his Toyota Specialized teammate Matt Beers into the King Price Race to the Sea Book of Legends as the winner in 2025. 4 hours 34 minutes and 12 seconds enough to nudge Mbuko Kemchamp's Tristan Nokia into second by 2 seconds. The quality of the field reflected in the top 10. 5th place Rudy Kuhn just 2.5 minutes ahead of Christian Klopper in 10th. That, over 160 kilometres, tells you that gravel racing is in good health in South Africa. Just under 3 minutes was all that split Hayley Preen from Catherine Collane. Sunri Rousseau was just under 10 minutes back in third, and the last of the sub-6-hour women finishers. Sarah Hill and Chloe Bishop closed out the top 5. Michelle George in 6th was the first veteran woman home, and defending champion Danielle Stradham had a tough day. She finished 10th.
So long ago, we drew the line. We know another way.
It is ideal. Everyone knows that King Price is not only an insurance business. We go out there to make South Africa just a better place for our people. It is amazing, you know, to be part of an event like this. Compliments to Faces, what a beautiful event. Everyone enjoys this, and we'll definitely be back.
Yeah, it's definitely for us one of the highlights of the year. We look forward to Race to the Sea every year. We're visiting, or a lot of guests visiting the property. For us, being quite a young estate and still needing a lot of exposure, this is the perfect event to do that. So it's a full house today, and we love seeing so many guests here.
That was hard.
It was really tough. The last 60 Ks, there's lots of climbing, but we sort of knew what was coming. So yeah.
I feel proud. I think it's been a personal long journey to get to this point. But I must say, a couple of times I felt broken, but I think, testament to the people that are on course as well. The marshals, even the riders that just give you a word of encouragement, and yeah, feel extremely proud.
Gravel racing has got to be an experience. I think you can't ride a slightly uncomfortable bike and a bike that's not as fast as a road bike unless it's an experience. And I think that's where it's going. Gravel bike racing is finding its niche. The bikes are getting a little bit more comfortable. There's more and more tech coming in there, which is interesting and great for the growth of the sport. It was a real test. 100 miles is a perfect distance for those who are pretty good riders. And 50 miles, everyone I've spoken to found that a real challenge and loved it. So yeah, well done guys, impressed, loved it.
Couple more riders coming into the finish of the 2025 King Price Race to the Sea here at spectacular Benguela Cove. It has been an extraordinary day, wonderfully successful. Every rider's come across the line beaming. It's hard, there's no question about that, but we've had a really superb day at the King Price Race to the Sea. The winners this year have been true champions. Travis Stedman and Hayley Preen are the champions for 2025. Enjoy it, our champions for 2025 in the King Price Race to the Sea.
Once upon a time, not so long ago.